Hey guys, welcome back to Book Talk with Meg. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm here again with another book review Tuesday. I hope you guys are enjoying these and finding these helpful. Basically, if you're new to this book series, I review books that I feel are either overhyped, new releases, or book I feel are actually underhyped. So today I am going to review for you guys Summer Constellations by Alicia Sevigny, which actually falls under the underhyped book category in my own perspective. This book is a YA contemporary. It is 256 pages long, and I ended up giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I want to start this video off by saying Alicia Sevigny is actually a Canadian author, and I feel I don't read enough Canadian author works, and I was very pleased when I found that this book. This is really underhyped. I haven't seen much talk about it on BookTube, and it is a 2018 release. So as for the main plot of this book follows our main character Julia, and Julia has grown up on this campground which was owned by her mother, and she has spent all her summers there. She works there, and she kind of really fell in love with this campground. She believes it is a great thing. Every year she meets different people, makes friends, and although she finds it hard to say goodbye to these friends when they leave the campground, she really just falls in love with everything there is. The nature aspect, having learned so many things about how to be handy and all that in order to be able to help with this campground. But recently Julia's younger brother got sick with this condition, and he actually had a lot of medical attention which was needed, which kind of stacked up a bunch of medical bills, which is leading Julia's mother to having to sell the campground. So the story takes off when it's Julia's summer after her senior year of high school, and her mother kind of announces the news that some people are coming to look at the campground and might be interested in purchasing the entire lot. Obviously Julia doesn't take it well, and the story goes from there. Julia also meets, without knowing, the son of the investor that wants to purchase the campground. She kind of likes him at first, but then when she realizes his involvement in the campground selling, she kind of hates him, but obviously this is kind of like a romance story, so she's probably going to end up changing her mind. As for the characters themselves, I really did enjoy Julia's character. I feel like she has a heart in the right place. I'm so sorry, I feel like I'm blinding you guys with this book. I really feel like Julia has a heart in the right place, as I was saying, because she has a lot of priorities which I myself connect with. Obviously the campground being one. I've been doing camping ever since I was a young child. I now go out on my own and try to explore and enjoy nature as much as I can. I definitely agree with her vision on campgrounds. I also like her involvement with her family. Julia tries to help her mother as much as she can ever since her dad kind of like walked out on them. She also gives a lot of attention to her younger brother, even if sometimes she finds it difficult. She does try to care for everyone as much as she can, which honestly I can relate to. I'm a very family-oriented person, which is probably what made me like Julia so much. The only thing I had trouble with Julia is the amount of trust issues she had with like strangers. Honestly, like, I get that stuff happened to you, but you don't need to be very rude to everyone you meet, because not everybody's walking around trying to stab your back. The main romance I really did enjoy. I think he was a little bit overly perfect in my opinion, but I feel like it kind of happens with YA, but I did like the core of that character. This character is called Nick. He's the son of the investor, and he works with his dad now in that kind of like investing company, but he used to have a band and be a singer, I believe. He plays the guitar, and he's really trying to help Julia with the campground situation, even though he could be making a bunch of profit out of it, which is where I feel he draws the line of being too nice. Like, you've known this girl for like a week, and now you're trying to help her not sell a campground, which, I don't know, for me it's a little bit unrealistic. He might really feel passionate about the campground, I don't know, but that kind of made it in my opinion. And I really just like the family in general. These are about the characters you'll see, the family, the boy, and a few other friends of Julia's on the campground. And yeah, as for the reason I knocked off a star in this book, I think it has to do more with the plot. Obviously, I really enjoyed learning about the campground, but I feel like the campground aspect of the book lacked a little bit. I would have liked more written description about the campground just to make more of an idea in my head. I feel like that's where the story lacked, and I feel like it lacked because there was too much emphasis on the love-hate relationship between the two main characters. Like, at first Julia kind of likes the boy, and then she learns who he is. She doesn't really like him anymore. That's fine, but that happens like 20 times during the book where it's like, I trust you, I don't trust you, you're being nice to me, I'll be a bitch to you, which is kind of like my issue. Like, at one point, make up your mind. You either accept the person for who they are, move on with the fact that yes, they might be trying to take away your campground, but they're trying to help you at the same time, or you just draw the line and don't talk to the person. Like, you have a choice. No one is like legitimately like forcing you to talk to him as much as she was doing in the book. At first she is a little bit forced to take him in, show him around the campground, but no one's forcing you to like kiss the guy, you know what I mean? So that was my main issue with it. I feel like this book could have been just a little bit longer and it would have been more well done in the sense of description, but that's really my main complaint. I feel like the relationship itself was still really enjoyable to read about. I really like the interactions between Nick and Julia's little brother as well, and just the inclusion of family, which is so rare in YA. I feel like that was extremely well done as well. That's about all I have to say about this book. I really recommend it for anyone who loves contemporary, anyone who's trying to dip their feet in contemporary, and all the nature and camping lovers out there. It's really enjoyable, and it is a very different plot, so if you're looking for a unique YA book, I feel like this might do the trick. So that's it for my review. I will see you guys with another video soon. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy reading!